Let's discuss one by one on both the class system and the caste system. If you talk about the class system is based on the occupation, wealth, education, age, and the sex. Hierarchy of the status group. In general, we divide the class into three different kind of layers: upper class, middle class, and the tower class. Status, prestige, and the role is attached. Upper class are less in no in comparison to the other two, whereas their status and prestige is most important. If we define some kind of sociologist different sociologist thoughts on the class system, the first we known as the Max Weber. That man has defined the class in terms of life chances and said a class is a number of people sharing one or more causes of life chances. By life chances, he meant that typical chances for the supply of the goods, external living condition, and the personal life experience. The other person is Karl Marx, another main theorist of the class, has written much about the social class, but nowhere he has defined in the certain exact terms. Class system is the system of the stratification of the society based on the education, property, business, work, and etc. Sociology as a subject deals with the class system and provide definition and understanding of the subject and of the subject of the class in the society. Common basis for the division of the class is property, like the capitalistic and the poor people have the nodes. Education, illiterate or literate, business or the occupation, farmer, clerk, officer, industrial, etc. In general, class consciousness is the must in the class system. There must be the feeling within a group given by summer is found in the class system. I belong. Identifying oneself in a particular group or the family is a key. The behavior of the person is fixed due to their class consciousness. If we talk about the caste system is something, it is a closed stratification system. It's something which is basically ascribed status. We normally categorize into as ascribed status, where people can do little or nothing to change the social standing of their birth, and these systems determine all aspects of an individual life, occupation, marriage, partners, and the housing system. Now, if we discuss different thoughts on the definition of the caste system, the first we known as Lane Robertson. He defined that a caste system is a closed form of social stratification in which status is determined by birth and his lifelong. The other one is C.H. Parcel. That man has defined the caste system is a closed system of social stratification in which prestige and the social relationships are based hereditary position at birth. The other one, the one who basically defines that the caste system such as a social group in which membership of an individual is by birth and there is no capacity of the mobility. If we talk about the characteristics of the caste system, sociologists attend to influence of the caste for the social stratification in different societies, because in some of societies, especially in Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, this has got an important place socially, which is based upon the following characteristics. The first one is determine the ascribed status. Caste is something that determines the ascribed status of an individual in a society, and before his social interaction fixes the expectation, the behavior which afterwards play an important part in the growth of self concepts of an individual, saving him from the social adjustment and the complication. If an individual is unaware of his caste, he faces serious reaction in the social relation, or if adopts a behavior contrary to his caste, even the society rebels against him by demanding to adopt an expected behavior. The other one is caste is a hereditary and permanent group and consists of the same race of ancestors. Therefore, individual of one caste become a famous for the special characteristics just as beauty, bravery, and intelligence, or the cleverance as inheritance characteristics, where these are due to marriage, is considered in a view of his caste as his personal characteristics. That is why marriages are held in the same family to avoid the adoptability between the couples. If we talk about the other ones, a caste consists of several families of the specific group and has equal economic or traditional condition, and abiding by the caste is thought an attachment with the caste, otherwise an individual faces social disapproval. A caste makes its individual feel or the sense of self-belongingness, attachment, and nearness, because of which, irrespective of his status in the society, he feels security and expects the help, cooperative, and emotional attachment from his caste people in a difficult time, and that makes his relation even more stronger. Caste is a source of recognition of an individual in a vast society in the subcontinent, where the caste from the personal point of view is a very important. There an individual needs not a lengthy introduction, but telling a caste is a sufficient, and people understand made about him and relate themselves with them. That is why the guess of the reaction of the others about his caste play an important part in developing his self concept, and this produce uniformity in the behaviors of the people and is a source of their recognitions. Let's make a comparison between the class and the caste system, which is the last topic of social stratification chapter. Castes are perceived as hereditary groups with a fixed ritual status according to Max Weber philosophy. On the other hand, a person class is based on the social status, wealth, and the power required, level of education, and the other achievement. If you talk about the caste, a person belonging to a certain caste and has to follow the certain traditions, rituals, and the customs. While the class, a person belonging to a certain class, is not bounded by the customs, rituals, or any kind of a traditions. Caste, according to the different anthropologists, caste is unique to the Indian subcontinent. However, class are usually found in a highly industrialized country, for example, in any kind of a Europe or the North America. The caste system does not promote democracy. Class system does not necessarily act as a hindrance to the democracy. Occupational mobility is one of the biggest bans of the caste system. A person has to continue in the line of the work of his ancestors, irrespective of his interest, education, and the skills. While social class does not act as a hindrance to occupational mobility, a person belonging to any class can change his occupation based on his skills, education, and the interest. The social gap between the people belonging to different castes is very wide, which is not healthy for the overall progress of the nation, while social gap between the people belonging to a different class is narrow when compared to the gap that is prevalent among the people belonging to a different caste. The caste system is static while the class system is dynamic. The caste system works as a political force while the class system does not act as a political force. The last thing is cumulative inequality is the distinctive or the unique feature of the caste system, while dispersed inequality is a distinctive or the unique feature of the class system. So that was social stratifications.